Hey guys, this is Hayes from the Hot and Heavy radio show. I am here with a rising Aussie band, Bloom. How are you guys?
Hello, how you doing? We're well.
Good.
I'm good.
Well, happy New Year. How was your break last time I saw you?
It didn't really feel like a break for us. We we as soon as the new year ticked over, we hit the studio to start working on new material. From pretty much the first week of January, we bunkered down, and then as soon as we finished that, we hopped on a flight and started on this tour. So we haven't really had a chance to stop. We had a few weeks off over Christmas, to see family and Christmas commitments. But yeah, the train just keeps rolling.
Yeah. New Year, I think I've spent like 5 days at home or something.
But it was
So we're
bliss.
just rolling. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. So you're about halfway through the tour. How's the energy been?
It's been good. We tend to play on heavier lineups. We're generally the soft band on a heavy lineup, so it's kind of been interesting with this time around we're the heavy band on a softer lineup. It's been really fun sort of playing to a new audience that we don't usually play to, and having to win people over throughout the set, sort of bringing as much energy as we can and trying to get as much crowd involvement. The shows have all been really fun. It's been nice to do some rooms that we've done before but haven't done in a while. But yeah, the shows have been great, and it's been cool to play to a different audience than I suppose we did last year.
Yeah. So when we were starting, we were either on pop punk lineups or like hardcore lineups. So it feels like we're kind of going back to doing that a little bit. Because like the last tours we've done, it's been like we played before Traders in the US, and then we played before Spite on our tour before that. So it's like two really heavy bands straight after us, and now we're playing before Trophy Eyes. It's nice. It's a little mix up.
Consider that a break, I guess.
Keeps it fresh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's versatile.
So I want to take a quick trip down memory lane. I discovered you guys last year. So you guys have been together for about 7 or 8 years,
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
be coming up to 8 years this year.
and you guys were mates beforehand.
Yeah.
True. So you released Maybe in Another Life last year, and In Passing in 2020. So looking back just before then, when you had the concept of, hey, let's have a jam sesh for the very first time, what do you think would go through those little baby Bloom minds compared to right now what you're doing? Because you've toured overseas, you've opened up for some Aussie giants and stuff. Like you,
It's pretty crazy. The formation of Bloom is always one that I love to yap about, because prior to Bloom we were all just best friends. We were so fortunate to come into making music together already as like a band of brothers, so to speak. And we've gotten to experience so much stuff, supporting massive bands, going international with stuff. We've all got to do that as the same five group of us. It's been really surreal, especially last year where we kind of did the States, we did Japan. It's been really crazy sort of ticking off those bucket list items. It's something that I think we all dreamed that we would do, but never thought that it was, the likelihood of it never really felt like it was on the cards.
Yeah. The last year has also been like so hectic, and before that's been a slow burn for so many years. Like we keep achieving goals like on a slow level, and then last year it just went like this one and then this one and this one. It was all these like huge opportunities that came around. So like I don't know, it just kind of felt like the like wheels have been revving up for a bit, and now we're like hitting the tarmac a little bit.
I think the other thing as well is, with reflecting more on last year, is it's really started to feel more like a full-time commitment. And it's always funny thinking back on the five best friends in 2017 that were jamming in a uni rehearsal space. It's crazy to think how far we've come, and it's almost sometimes funny to look back on those days and it's like, this was like a hobby, and now we're in a position where we're taking so much leave from work that we're having to have awkward conversations with our bosses. And it's funny how it's developed, and it's sad to be like, oh, it's a business now, but it has sort of trended that way. And it's always nice to look back on those sort of early days, the first shows, the first jam sessions, and just remember like this was the reason we're doing it. And it's for that younger self who
Yeah.
dreamed of doing it, and now we're getting to do it.
So I want to talk about the lyrics. The reason why I love you guys so much is mainly the lyrics. You guys go hard, no doubt about that. But the lyrics. So I was looking at previous interviews that you've done, and I find you guys to be so raw and open and just honest with mental health and just everything in between, really, and just how you put a lot of thoughts into words, which is really hard to do. and I'm very grateful for because I can't do it. With Maybe in Another Life being so personal, how do you balance the vulnerability and the protection when sharing such deep emotions with the audience?
I think it's kind of funny because because there's a lot of like lyricists in the band that kind of contribute to everything. So like the first stage of it, I guess, is like the presenting to the band, I suppose. Like that, the presenting to the band is like the vulnerable part, and then it's like we can all discuss it amongst ourselves, and then it kind of gets more like fine tuned and uh, like everyone kind of has their own 2 cents, or like whether we should pull back or whether we should go further and stuff like that. So it's kind of like an open discussion in a sense. Like in Maybe Another Life, when we're writing that, we're all in like an Airbnb together for like 2 weeks, and we're all talking about like lyrics every night. We go back to the Airbnb after doing studio stuff all day, and just like all talk about lyrics for like the rest of the night before we go back to the studio. It was pretty intense actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were doing Maybe Another Life was the most hectic recording experience because we were doing 15, 16-hour days between recording in the studio and then working on lyrics. Like Jack was saying, everything lyrically for Maybe Another Life was like an entirely collaborative process, and we wanted to establish almost a narrative that a protagonist, for lack of a better term, could sort of follow through. And we all threw in concepts and themes of feelings that either we had felt or could sympathize towards. And the second that we had a concept or a vision for one of the songs, it became really easy to write to it. I think one of the things that helps with when it comes to writing about like the stuff that's hard to talk about is it harkens back to the fact that we are friends, and we have always been able to have these conversations with each other because we're not just five dudes playing in a band together. We have a friendship that exists outside of the band, and it makes having those maybe awkwarder conversations much more fluid.
Yeah.
It also means like if you can be vulnerable to people that are close to you, like it makes it like the first step is already like gone over, you
Yeah.
know? So like if you can be vulnerable there, then like doing it to an audience already feels like it's past the same step because you've already like face to face spoken about it, you know?
Taking a look at your fan base, I want to spill some beans on them because
Okay.
they are, in my eyes, I've talked to a lot of members of your fan base, me being one of them, Josh being one of them. They are very, very loyal. They're a great group
Yeah.
of people. So I want to know what memorable moments that you've had shared with them. Can be really heartfelt, can be crazy, but
I have a few that come to mind.
okay.
The first one is we played a show with Thornhill in 2021 at Beer Deluxe in Albury, and there was a guy that I'd spoken to back and forth a little bit online. We, kind of surface level conversations, and he came to that show and he had done an oil painting of In Passing, our 2020 EP, and just gave that to me as a gesture. That was like the first, I think, like the first gift I'd ever received, or really anything that had been given to me from creating music. And I've still got that up in my house. Like that was so special because like that painting and what it represents, and the whole EP is something that I hold very close to my chest. So that was a really special one. Just last night, I had someone at merch telling me that they walked down the aisle to our cover of Ceilings.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
I had a guy. Actually, I gotta shout this guy out. I had a guy who lives in Oklahoma, in the United States. I love the Oklahoma City Thunder basketball team. It's if I was to give up on music, I would go full time into just watching Oklahoma City Thunder basketball games. He hit me up out of the blue and said, "Do you want some Thunder gear?" and sent me a fucking package full of
Hell
like
yeah.
a jersey and I've been rocking that every day. So shout out to that guy. 'Cause
I think the ones that I remember the most is like when there's like a kid, like a 10-year-old kid, and like the parents will come up and be like, if I'm at merch or something, they'll be like, "Oh, he plays drums and he really wants, can he have a drumstick?" And I'm like, "Yes, of course, you can have one." So it's like I get one for my thing and I sign it and I give it to him. Those are the ones I remember the
Yeah.
most.
Yeah, you're making
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
kid's life.
yeah,
Like he's gonna grow up and give it.
yeah, yeah. It's just encouraging like musicianship, like music and like art, I suppose, and culture. Like if there's like a kid that's really into it, that's like the thing that is like the thing that hits. I think I remember the most.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so sweet. Any messages you want to leave for your fans who tune into my show? Because I will say, you have been the most requested band for my
Nice.
show all of
Nice.
last year. So we play you a lot.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to our band.
Yeah.
There's so much more to come. It is the the wheels do not stop turning on this machine. We have a lot of things to announce this year. A lot of stuff for both Australia and the rest of the world. Fuck yeah, keep it up. Keep up the good work. Thanks for giving a shit about our band.
I'll get over the soppy, emotional stuff, and we'll have some fun.
Okay.
This is my first time doing this, so I'm really excited. Okay. So I'm kind of glad that I've got two of you and not all of you, because otherwise you'd probably all fight about this later. So I got a scenario for you.
Okay.
And I want you to answer honestly. You guys are on Survivor. Who's most likely to thrive and who's getting voted off first?
Oh.
I think I'd be thriving.
I definitively we can say Jack's a dirty dog. So he's getting down with Mother Nature. There's no problem with.
Yeah, it's hard. I get uncomfortable. I have a long threshold for it. So I feel like if I'm out in the wilderness, I'm alright. I think Andrew would be the best.
Andrew's a very good
Yeah,
like engineer
survivalist.
brain.
Like survivalist by far, it would be Andrew. Me, I'd be just trying to smile at everyone, keep everyone on my side.
Yeah.
You
Smart.
know?
Yeah, this is he's our champion networker. So I know Jack knows how to bro down. So I think you're lasting. I don't know who's getting voted off first.
Yeah. Well, it could also be me getting voted off first.
Yeah.
Just rub someone the wrong way.
Yeah.
He's doing the smart approach. We have to get rid of him.
Yeah, exactly. They see right through your kind smile.
Yeah. Andrew would last the longest, I think. I'd
Yeah.
change it. Like he'd be too valuable to vote off the island.
He offers a lot of resources.
He does.
I don't know about getting. I think it leaves me, Ollie, and Jarrett, and I think we can all exist in the same. We're probably not winners of Survivor. We're all a little bit. I wouldn't say precious is the right word, but I don't think we're as well adapted to nature and its elements as our two hunter-gatherers, Andrew and Jack.
Did you guys grow up like fishing and camping? And
Yeah, I used to go camping every school break for like a couple of days and do hikes and stuff like that when I was younger. Andrew like still does it though, like, and he's been doing like bouldering and he's gone on like week-long hikes and stuff. So he's one with nature.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. So you've been handed an unlimited budget for your next headline tour. Create the most ridiculous stage setup and select three openers.
Unlimited budget
Unlimited budget.
and 3 openers. Okay. So we are going to build a stadium
Yes. From scratch.
from scratch,
scratch?
obviously, from the ground
No,
up.
we're gonna rebuild the Oklahoma City Thunder arena.
Yes. Okay. We're gonna before they move to Paycom
Like
Center.
1-to-1.
Yeah, exactly.
Set.
We're gonna recreate the original Oklahoma City Thunder arena, and I guess that's also we're gonna be playing in Oklahoma now, somewhere we've never been.
Yeah.
We're gonna have the entire Oklahoma City Thunder basketball team will be present, and they will be playing. There'll be
Yeah.
a game that takes place.
It'll be like in the changeover times between bands. There'll be
Yeah.
like one-on-one
Little
tournament.
intermission.
Yeah.
for the
Yes,
Oklahoma
yeah.
City Thunder. That probably would draw more than the headline tour.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I can't think of anything too outrageous from a stage design thing.
Yeah, we all come out of a flower.
Yeah, I'm thinking we like drop down from the roof as
Oh,
well,
yeah,
like
Yeah.
Robbie Williams, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
the-
the fucking
yeah.
Nebworth
Yeah, that's
intro.
it.
Yeah, we could
Yeah.
do it. We could do a Robbie Open.
Yeah.
We got to have stage dancers.
Yeah.
It's only fitting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Giant fucking screens.
Oh, full orchestra.
Full orchestra,
Full
obviously.
orchestra,
Of
it's
course.
Catering for not just the artists, but also anyone who's attending. I'm
Yeah.
talking like there's a buffet spread. There's also table service. There's bottle
be there.
service.
Yeah.
You did say unlimited budget, so
I did.
unfortunately the ceiling is off. As for opening bands,
Radiohead.
Yeah.
Would be a good one.
I think Robbie Williams is also going to be playing. Like if we've got
I think
the
after
budget,
what's been happening, I think he needs it.
I know he needs his monkey movie. We'll be doing advertising for Monkey Movie.
Yeah, Robbie Williams, Radiohead, Paramore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our 3, and for
then-
some reason we're
For
headlining.
some reason, we're headlining when we get on stage. It's
Dare to dream.
If I can be honest, I'd actually rather not play this festival. I'd rather actually just go.
Just go.
I'd like to have like the pass that gets you access to all the areas.
Yeah.
And I could just like hang out, because the fact that I'd have to then take to the stage and do fucking screaming music after Radiohead, Paramore, and Robbie, it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Also, going after them would be terrifying.
It's not. We haven't earned that yet.
No.
So we'll go to that show. It's made for us, but I'll just be watching side stage.
No problem. But dare to dream.
Dare to dream.
You never know. This is for you specifically, Jono.
Ooh.
Because when I saw you for the first time at Polaris, you just cut your hair.
Yeah.
And I noticed that you had long hair earlier.
Yep.
What's your hair care routine? Please tell me. And why the fuck did you cut it in the first place?
So I've done heaps of hair shit, and I hate doing hair related tasks. You've actually got the two people who are.
Josh is like, yeah, we gotta ask you too.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
So I'm about to expose myself. I probably wash my hair once every 2 weeks.
That's actually good for it.
Yeah, so I've heard.
Even longer. I'm like once every couple of months.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a problem.
I had my hair growing out over Polaris and over the Make Them Suffer tour and got it down to like just above nipple. And before we went to the States, I was like, I need to cut it short because if it's long and I'm showering in like shitty, bad areas where I can't really, like, it's quick, I'm FIFOing these showers, then I can't have my hair be wet for ages. So I cut it to about the sort of the length it is now, maybe a bit shorter. And I'm just going to grow it out again. And then one day I'll wake up, have a manic moment, shave it all off, maybe dye it.
Okay, well, next time you do it, can you donate it to me? I need it. This is all fake.
Sure, but if you like split ends, I've got heaps that I can donate.
No problem. Okay. All right, so this is the last question. Firstly, thank you so much for
Thanks for
doing
having
this.
us.
I really, really appreciate it. We got some rapid fire questions.
Okay.
So, no thoughts, just go.
Okay.
Okay. Even I'm like panicked for you. Wall of death or wall of snacks?
Snacks.
Fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
Horse-sized duck.
Rapid thoughts, Jono?
Horse-sized duck. Horse-sized duck.
Horse-sized duck is like Dark Souls boss kind of thing.
Yeah. Do we have weapons?
Yeah, it's a bit.
No weapons.
No
Okay.
weapons.
Full
Just
fist.
I
fisties?
actually don't know if I'm taking the horse-sized duck, but
Yeah.
I would like to see it.
Just fisties.
Oh my gosh. All right. Breakdown so heavy that they break the stage, or so slow that they break your patience.
Patience.
Yeah.
I love edging.
Yeah.
Where my gooners at?
All right. Dressing room with no mirror or no door.
No mirror. I got a phone.
Yeah.
Talk like cowboys or talk like pirates.
Pirates.
Cowboys.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, this was the one I was really excited about because this is just such a man question. I was just like, they have to be separate
Yeah.
anyway. All right.
Cowboys like fucking. That's like Oklahoma.
Yeah, that is.
Do you fuck with Red Dead Redemption?
Too big. Too big.
Oh,
Small
never mind.
brain. Game too big for me. I just need something linear.
All right. PC or console?
PC.
Ooh.
Console for me.
Ooh.
I don't really have a PC.
I can't
Yeah.
afford
And
it.
I don't play games that much, so I just still use my PS4.
I got the little handheld PC guy, like a
Mm.
Steam Deck, but for nerd virgins. And that is kind of a hybrid. So I sit in the middle of console PC.
Got it. All right. Perfect. Time travel to the past or the future?
Past.
Future.
What year?
Fucking heaps of them. Starting at like maybe I want to visit Viking Town. I'd love to see the Industrial Revolution. I'd love to like see. I'd like spend like a week in like the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s just to make sure.
shift.
Yeah, exactly. To make sure like it's not been like overhyped and like it's an accurate representation.
You can see Shakespeare in the Globe Theatre.
Fucking facts. Go to Egypt, see a
Would
pyramid.
you try and save a few?
You can still go to
Natural
Egypt and see a pyramid.
Yeah, but like when they were like
When they were
peak rids,
just built, like
Yeah.
the opening ceremony.
fresh pyramids.
Would you try and be a hero, or would you just want to
No,
go
just a
sightseeing?
spectator.
That's
I'm
fair.
busy. I will say the one thing about going to the future is fucking make heaps of money.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It's
dog.
a practical solution.
Yeah.
But also you just kind of want to see how I want to see like how long it'll take for everyone to die.
Yeah.
Like, are we burning ourselves out in 50 years? Are we
Yeah.
lasting 300?
It's a good
Are
point.
we burning ourselves out rebuilding 2,000 years from now? We're back in the 1600s. I can still see Shakespeare in the Globe Theatre.
That's so true. Yeah, time travel's been invented in the future. Yeah,
like it keeps going.
that's so huge.
Next album idea.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's everything. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really do
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Lots of fun.
Yeah.
Hey, we're Bloom, and you're listening to the Hot and Heavy Show.